Someone once told that the truth will set you free. That's mean that information holds the key of liberation from suffering. I am Eleonora, and today I'm going to introduce you my collection of books that assisted my own awakening. And I'm making them available at the expos that I'm visiting. I'm trying to do at least 2 a month. The next one will be in Irvine, March 2nd and 3rd. And it's also available on bookshop.org, shop, Christ Consciousness. That's the name of my store. And I would like to start with the book that, of course, it wasn't the first book that I read, but it was the book that first impacted me greatly. A Course in Miracles. I came in contact with the information of this book in 2018. But I really started doing the lessons in 2019. And that's really changed all around my life. In 2019, Tina Louise Spalding was doing the lessons online. And after each lesson, Jesus would come through and channel a message related to the lesson of the day. And in the end, she designed this book, A Year of Forgiveness. This is the most beautiful book I ever seen in my life. And the information inside is even more beautiful. My son, when I bought my first copy, he was about 4 years old, and he would call the beautiful book. The commentaries of Jesus from each lesson help you integrate the information of the book to solve your problems, your daily problems. That's how important it is. And if you'd like to take your understanding of A Course in Miracles to another level, The Disappearance of the Universe by Gary Renard. It's really taking another level. It's full of surprises, this book, that I'm not going to spoil for you. Just meet me at the Soul Search Expo in Irvine, or go to bookshop.org, shop Christ Consciousness. You're going to find it there. And of course, there is the books, all books of Jesus and Ananda, channeled by Tina Louise Spalding. Right now she has 8. I read them all. They are all available in my collection in Bookshop. And they were designed for this time. They were designed to help you navigate these difficult times of transition, where Earth is going from the 3rd dimension to the 5th dimension. And in order for that to happen, all the old systems need to break. And there is a great sense of loss, of fear, of uncertainty. But those books will make you understand that you have all the power, that you are assisted 100% of the way, and they'll be just fine. Just choose love instead of fear. This book here, Jesus, my autobiography, is Jesus' story told by himself. He was married with Mary Magdalene. She wasn't a prostitute. But he didn't wrote a whole book just to tell his story. His story maybe is like 1/3 of the book or less. The rest is dedicated to really bring forth his true teachings, the ones that are not tainted by the church. And that's liberating. And I took the task of translating all Jesus and Ananda's book to Portuguese. And I already have 3 of them available. A Year of Forgiveness, Ano de Perdão, Jesus, My Autobiography, Jesus, Minha Autobiografia, e let's see, Love and the Map for the Unaltered Soul. I just translated this one to Portuguese, and I'm working on making love to God. Now, you are a starseed. I am a starseed. The reason why I decided to sell books, first because I love books. Books really, any way to convey information to people, I think is valid. But a book is something that's tangible, that you can really save, and you can easily access, just move through. You'll find exactly what you need at the moment. So I really prefer books besides many other things, especially the audiobooks, because I don't have much time. But I want to talk to you about this book. A Gift from the Stars, Extraterrestrial Contacts, and Guide of Alien Races. This book has the main races of extraterrestrials that has any kind of contact with Earth. And coincidence or not, I don't believe in coincidence, only 3 days after I finished this book, after I finished reading, I started contact with one of my galactic family, a Pleiadian. So I'm not guarantee you that they're gonna happen to you, but when you embrace the idea, when you integrate in your mind something as possible, and then you are ready to accept being part of it, if that makes any sense. And this book, Welcome to the Future, is also about a contactee, and it's a very thin book, but has great information. And some of the information of this book, they are similar. Something very, let's say, troubled happened to both of them at the same time. And something very similar happened to me. And I got to discover that happened with many women, especially the Pleiadian starseeds, gross Pleiadian starseeds, where they would get abducted when they were 5 to get their DNA test, and then they would come back and they get it again on the age of 9 and do some experiments. One day I'll talk more deeply about that. But right now, I would like to talk to you about Dolores Cannon. Oh my goodness, what would be of me without Dolores Cannon? She has more than 200 books, and I read them all. Yes, there are books like that. It's not like just 30 pages, 300 pages book. This is the 3 waves of volunteer and the new earth. We are now on the 4th wave of volunteers. that are our kids. I'm thinking that I am part of the third wave. There is a lot of information here that I think it's really worth to get this book. If you will be in Irvine, May 2nd and 3rd, go visit me at my booth in the Soul Search Expo. I got only 3 copies, but if you are not able to get your copy there, that's okay. You can go ahead and buy online on the Christ Consciousness. And let's just keep with the galactics. There I have our cosmic origin and the sacred government. Those 2 books are, he likes to say, I'm the author of those 2 amazing books. And it's really amazing books. Only 6 months before I find out about this book, I was researching deeply about Earth's evolution and Earth's history and so on. I put it together a series of videos about Earth's evolution based on Dolores Cannon's book and many other information from other books. And there was a lot of gaps, things that wasn't really making sense to me. And I researched. I thought I had enough to do the videos, and I did. And then I found this book. Having all the information that I was researching. And wow, if that had got to me 6 months before, would save me so much work. But I think it was fun to do the research. But it's validated what I find out and closed some gaps and gave me some more insights. And this book, this is incredible. It's now the history of Earth's government since the fall of Atlantis. If I'm not mistaken, you heard well. Since the fall of Atlantis, about 12,000 years ago, until today. From that's a multidimensional information. He deeply researched to get that information together, but not only in the third dimension. Let's just put this way. And I think it's really hard to tell which one is the best. Anyway, just get both. Now, let me tell you about this book. I would say that he beautifully touched each relation in a way that the people that choose one religion, that get more associated, more comfortable with one religion, they're just looking for comfort and a way of experience love. And that's what all the religions have in common. Removing the part that they want to control humanity anyway. But it's a beautiful book. And he doesn't keep just in that level of religion, spirituality on earth. He goes to the stars, he talks about the cosmic, the universe, and he gives some very deep insights about our true nature, the human nature. So I think there was one Eleonora before I read this book and another after I read this book. If you are in your awakening path, I think this is a must reading book. Of course, along with this, all the others, they are supplements. I'm sorry to say. Yeah. The base, they are here. The others is to make you understand both. And just to get a little better, I would say that this book is a little bit more advanced, but if you buy right now and you are a beginner and you don't understand, that's okay. Put it aside, don't throw it away. Because later on you're gonna be grateful that you saved it because you want. I just want to tell you that this book is amazing. It taught me and activated me a lot. And I have only 2 copies to sell on the expo. And let's talk about other amazing books. Let me start with this one. The Intuition Bible. Oh, no, I'm not psychic. Spirit, I have nothing to do with the spirit. I'm afraid of it. That's not about spirits. Anyway, you are a spirit. Shouldn't be afraid of spirits since you are one. But if you are, that's fine. But this is not about channeling. It's not about being psychic. It's just about connecting with your inner self. With the smart part of you that still remains with God. Through that connection happens through your intuition. This teaches step by step how to connect with your intuition in a safe way and in a way that will not cause you any fear. And no one have no need to look at you weird or somebody will become weird now you're psychic. No. You're just connected to your intuition. And you are consciously started creating the life that you desire because you are connected. I think this book should be taught at school. I already told him, create a version for kids under 10. A 10-year-old will be able to read this one easily. So, and then we have our 2 star books from MindSharePabooks.com. Divine Creator from Nelson Cabrera and The Visionaire's Handbook. Those 2 books are a kind of a summary of all the others. Especially this one. It's really a summary. She is amazing. She doesn't really read much book because she likes to connect straight to source and get the information straight from source. And I saw here concepts from A Course in Miracles. She didn't know A Course in Miracles. And I found the concepts here. And Jesus' teaching and some of the concepts that I learned through the Lotus Cannon's book, they're all here. Put in a beautiful way. Her language is like poetic, but she uses simple words. You don't have to be looking at the dictionary all the time. And it's very, very easy reading, even though it's deep. And has exercise in the end of each chapter. So you really experience, embrace, and start being the divine creator that you are. And this one is a book channeled by the Rock Collective to remind you, convince you, get really to make you really embrace and believe and want to know that you are made from love, to love, for love. Love is your creator, You only suffer when you get away from love. Well, that's very similar with A Course in Miracles, but it really speaks in a way, in many different ways, that by the end of this book, you know you are loved. And you know how to move through life through love. You're going to connect and learn how to create through love. And she also put in the end of the book how to create aspects. That's another way to manifest, but it's like step-by-step manifestation. It's an amazing book. It's really amazing book. And I think that those two books, they are complementary. Maybe you don't feel like reading all the 200, 300 books that I read in the last 5 years. They have a good summary in a very digestible way. So I recommend them greatly. And then we have here The Gift of Crisis of the same author of The Visionary's Handbook. And I need to tell you that this book made me cry, made me laugh, made me feel excited and so proud of her. And I just saw that I felt the connection with the story, the way she plays things, and she really showed herself here, her weakness, and how she grew to that journey, to get to know herself. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful journey with a happy end. Even though it's not the end, because she's still growing, she's still doing beautiful things. But if you're in crisis right now, or if you had big crisis in your life that you thought that was over, but actually you will still have trauma from that, I really recommend this book, because this book will liberate you. We only suffer about something until we cannot understand. After we understand and accept what it is, we are free to forgive. And then the magics happen. We are in love again and we are happy. So that's all I had for today. I have some more books. Oh, let me just say. Well, on the expos, I sell books in English and Spanish books. This one, unfortunately, is not available in English yet. Eran las Estrellas. This book is a book to help empower the woman, to help rescue the divine feminine in each woman, in a man too. That's an amazing book. It's like a novel mixed with divine wisdom. It's amazing. I read it very quick and I didn't want to finish because I wanted to continue reading. And that will be the number 2 and 3. But I don't know when it will be available, but I'm waiting, Carlos. And there is another one that I don't have here right now. I do have my version in Spanish. Let's see. Sospechamos de Dios. I have it in English. This is the best book I read in 2024. And I read it very fast. Look at this. Oh my goodness. I didn't have much time and I had to put it down when I had to do other things, and I was constantly thinking, oh my goodness, when can I come back to read the book again? until I finish. And then when I finish, oh my God, I want to read it again. This book is really good. He has it's from Carlos Lavado. He has a very unique way to write that I never seen in any other book. He makes divine wisdom, like Christ of consciousness, with a novel, and he kind of play with present, past, and future, and the chapters are very small, so it's really keep you engaged. It's amazing, his books. So I hope to see you at the next expo that will be in Irvine. If you want your book right now, if you want to know which books I write that's really assisted my awakening path, visit the bookshop Christ Consciousness. And the link for that website is also on my one website, theawakeningpath.me, on the menu Bookstore. So, thank you for watching and see you soon.